A body is projected downward at an angle of 30 degrees with the horizontal from the top of a building 170-meter high. Its initial speed is 40 meters per second. At what angle with the horizontal will it strike? Now, this is a different question. Now we are dealing with landing velocity. At what angle with the horizontal will it strike? Now, quickly, let's get our diagram out. This is our diagram here. The body, some of this stands here and project like this. The body comes out. Now, the person projected against the horizontal, don't forget, 30 degrees initial speed. So don't forget all this. 30 degrees against the horizontal, there's an initial speed of 40 meters per second. The components along X and Y, initial along Y, initial along X. So initial along Y, we've gotten that a couple of times, is 20 meters per second. So 40 times sine 30. Initial along X is 40 times cos 30. We also gotten that in the past, so 40 times cos 30 give us 34.64 meter, 34.64 meter per second. So now they want us to know, since the body was projected with an initial speed of, initial speed, as you can see, it was projected with an initial speed of 40 meters per second. Now it's going to land with a given kind of speed. Now there's a rule. The rule is whatever it is, whatever the initial speed along the x-axis is, it's going to be the same thing as the initial speed along as the final speed along the x-axis, because there is no acceleration. So since initial speed along the x-axis is 34.64 meters per second, final speed along the x-axis is also 34.64 meters per second. But the final speed along the y-axis is quite subjective. There are certain things it's contingent on. Now, one of the major things it's contingent on is the height of fall. If you look at, it was said in our previous lessons that if you compare the height, the max height covered, with the height also covered after falling from max height down to where it lands, if the heights are the same, it means they will have the same final speed. As you can see here, we don't have the max height. The body was just projected from here down. So clearly, we don't have any sort of max height or whatever. We just have the body being projected from this place down to this place. So what we're going to do is that we have an initial speed along y-axis. So we're going to be getting the final speed along the y-axis. That's what we're going to get it. The final speed along the x-axis is already sorted. There's a principle already because there's no acceleration on the ground. The body didn't move on the ground. It moved right in the air. You understand? So final speed along the y-axis is what we are looking for. Initial speed is 20 meters per second. So acceleration